Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Once again, the signal to noise ratio on the internet is about to go negative because, once more, with feeling, it's showtime. Hi guys, I'm back. Let's play the computer game. My deepest apologies. Pardon me for not having an early session today. I got caught up in stuff. You know, just stuff. Use the notes Store and Melusa gave you to locate promising excavation sites for finding seer artifacts.
Why do I always do this?
I see an opportunity.
Did I get the mail from her about where to find them?
I just leap at it. And I somehow always forget
that there's obviously never a hot bath or a soft bed in the field.
Somewhere this way. That's not especially helpful. I knew. Oh, well, that crashed my Guild Wars 2. All right. Well, I have been getting the exact same thing every time I quit the game. I crash out. But that's a first. We'll try again. Why isn't it showing up on the screen? Come on. Wakey, wakey. There it is. All right, we won't do that again. And hopefully, we won't crash again.
Yes. Are you here for excavation, research, or defense? Oh, sorry, Commander. I'm a bit overwhelmed here. We need to collect and decontaminate artifacts, deal with the inquest in our camp, and
I've asked you to stop calling me that.
Skimmers, too. Any of those you can help with would be
helpful?
Greatly appreciated.
I have logged in. Give me my 5 points.
I tell you, I may not go back at all. There's something to be said for the life
big
out
bossy.
here.
Oh, the meta is on.
Have you
I
acquired
was
a
part of
brain
it last
parasite
night
or something?
here in the Cloister of Stars.
I've nearly been eaten 3 times since I got here.
I arrived right as they
I'm
went
sick of
to
field rations
another
already.
one of these circles.
Well, you can always come back and visit me. I'll tell the locals you don't taste.
Fine, I'll try. If there's enough people, maybe. We ran out of time as we finished, I think, the second boss. And there were a lot more of us. Whoop, that's the wrong way. There he is.
Lacking endurance.
Yes, I'm lacking endurance.
Wipe them out. This is getting us nowhere. We need to fall back until we have reinforcements.
Yeah, I think we just failed again. Yeah, we did.
If your miserable flesh is in need of an upgrade, I will be happy to oblige.
And good evening to whomever has joined me. Hi, how you doing? Whoop, whoop. Mastery point up. Yes, of course it is. I will commune with this place of power. Only 483 to go to my next box. It's just, it doesn't sound as spiffy, you know, as when I had like 13. was the camp that I was at. There. All right. We're back at it and stuff. Hello there. Well, if it brings back good memories, I assume that means because you've enjoyed it in the past. Always come back. And I would tell you, you can use my code to give me extra money, but I don't have one of those. But I just want you to come back because the game's...
Infuriating!
Now, of course, right now we are in a rash of good and interesting games these days. So I can certainly understand people choosing to play other stuff. No shortage of good games this month. We've got something up there. Loose dirt. I have found some suspicious loose dirt. One of Joe Dirt's relatives. That's probably not accurate. Fruit. Oh, yes. I wonder if I can pick up the fruit or if it's still time-gated. The game is still fun. By default, I'm a whiny gamer. I complain a lot. I always feel my complaints are justified, but I think it's only fair that I say I do complain a lot. It would be not entirely honest of me to imply that I am always positive about my gaming experiences. I try to give more praise when I find the praiseworthy stuff, but it's never going to balance out because the praiseworthy stuff is seldom as emotionally engaging as the stuff that makes me angry. Which is why things like doom scrolling on social media is a thing. More loose dirt. I'm going to be flying around finding loose dirt for the next 40 minutes. Yes, this is another one of the smaller expansions like Soto and Janther was. They did take an extra, 6 weeks or 2 months with it. So theoretically, it should be larger. The maps, certainly the second map, is far, far better than the second map in Janther Wilds, which was awful. I am not a great judge right now. I got bit by a bug on day one. And it cost me a good deal of time, so it has colored my opinion. So anything I say about the quality of the expansion on the negative side should be taken with a handful of salt.
Hey, Wayfinder, you can handle a skimmer, right? I got assigned to collect magic samples out here, and I'm in over my head.
He's in over
Any
his
you
head.
could grab for me would be a big help.
So, 2 maps. The maps are big. Again, it's always hard to know if they feel bigger
Invigorating.
than the previous maps. But I have no idea if that is completely, just feels like it, not is that.
6 feet tall.
Stupid bogas. Can't you see we're working here? New elite specializations for all of the classes.
6 feet tall. Stand your ground.
So that is a significant batch of content.
I knew I'd achieve this.
Popped in for a quick one of those. Some more XP. Ooh, almost to the next mastery. No, no, stop, no. Ley lines. They're awesome when they're going the direction you want to go. They're not as great when they're going the direction you don't want to go. Now they added a nice toggle on the F1 key. There are a couple other toggles I would like them to add that would make the sky scale the perfect flying mount. Please, Internet. A stop, please. Remove, give us a toggle to turn off wall clinging. And another one for updrafts, thank you. No, I say that as I actually used an updraft for whatever. Yeah. Right now, we are looking for markers on the map / mini-map that will show us where things are buried in the ground. They'll look like that little marker right there. And there's an email that we got in-game that's supposed to highlight them. But when I used it, it crashed the game. But there's another one. Pretty far out, distance-wise. Oh, no, that's... Is it going to crash on me again? No, it didn't. Yet. Okay. Didn't crash this time. Yay! There was much rejoicing on my part, anyway. Your mileage may vary. Saurian egg. We have to kill them for the eggs, I'm guessing? No, we don't. Whoops. Here.
Each we save?
Have a lizard egg. They're delicious. I'll grab one more. That's not it. We'll grab the one all the way over here. Here, Johanna. Have a lizard egg. I believe that's going to be enough for us to claim the first tier of mastery. Maybe not yet. Not quite yet. How about now? No? Still no?
Need to deal with them. We're almost there.
Disappointing. What has she got for us now? Kill the attacking Saurians. Oh, well, we did steal their eggs. I mean, come on. Be fair. Johanna's dead. I probably ought to kill these things before I res her right to it.
That'll silence you.
Get up, Johanna. Oh God, I'm on an escort quest. I didn't realize. Why does this happen to me? I'll grab this flax.
Stand your ground.
I'll just murder them all. I'm not bad at murderation. Oh, there's another player there. They were mounted. Are they sponging? I will rescue the critter.
They'll answer for what they've done to these creatures.
Stand your ground.
Good evening, Snoopy. She done just standing there? Oh, no. Ooh, a champion augmented man-eater. It's a man-eater, and it's probably going to end up killing me. But hey. Nothing ventured. Nothing died.
I've beaten you,
Pretty sure that's the same,
but you
right?
don't know it yet.
Didn't play since after EOD. Oops. Get out of the way. I will catch up with that. Hype to see Kai Nang. Imagined after you enjoyed Guild Wars Faction Law. It's beautiful, but kind of lost me there. It felt like a dead map. It didn't feel like a city. Kai Nang, that whole map was by far the worst part of the End of Dragons expansion.
Another.
It felt dead, and it was harder to get around in Kai Nang, in New Kai Nang, than it was in Tangled Depths. Tangled Depths made sense. Kai Nang was like they had just built nothing but obstacles everywhere for no reason other than this is a game.
Another.
But yeah, I know. I will say that the opinions on that map and the following map, Echo Vault, seemed to be pretty split amongst
Slice 'em sharper still.
Stand your ground.
amongst the Guild Wars 1 players as to how much they like them. I myself just played a little Guild Wars 1, so it doesn't really have much. I have no significant opinion based on the original. Whoops! I got bit and jumped. Okay? I'm feeling much better. So because I have no real, knowledge of that from Guild Wars 1, my opinion on those maps is based purely on how good or bad they are as maps. And New Kai Nang was terrible. Echo Vault was interesting. In a lot of ways, it was more similar to Tangled
This will do.
Depths
There are
than
still
Kai
things
Nang
to
was,
fear,
even though
but
Kai
less
Nang
than
felt
before.
much, much
We will
worse.
be able to watch over them. And Commander, if you get your hands on the one who did this to them, make them suffer.
Quite a reward.
Make them suffer for it. That's... Yes. Those people were cruel, so I'm going to be cruel to them. Good evening, Juke. How you doing? He's a jukebox hero. He's got stars in his eyes. Old guy music reference.
Now I shall break you.
Juke is also a Guild Wars 2 streamer, but not just exclusively, though. I
A
mean,
good day's work.
he has other tastes.
It'll
and
take some
interests
time
as well.
before we're really established here, but this is a strong start.
And one of my...
We'll keep working to stop
Online
the
buddies.
Inquest wherever we find them. Their abominable experiments must not.
Let's see if I can get this to work correctly. I'm going to try. Nope. How about this? Trying something else. That one worked. Second time it worked. Yay, me. Guild Wars 1 version was also very empty and static, but it worked better in a smaller scale. Yeah, I can certainly see that for an RPG map, as opposed to an MMO map. I wanted to sell crap to this guy. Hi, will you take my crap off of my hands? Hey, look, you took my crap off of my hands. There was... we've got that. We have not earned those. Not that we need the hero points on this character. Today, well, I'm barely starting. So I'm 20 minutes in, and so far it's fine. I've found like 4 of the collection things I need to find, and I've got like 5 or 6 more, and that's probably going to take me all night long. I have had a crash, which was first for the expansion. Pardon me, as I have to commune with this place of power. Okay, I'm done. Now, somewhere over here was the, I think there was the next piece of stuff buried in the dirt. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, it's not showing up on the mini-map yet. Stay on target. Can I get that one? Yeah. So it appears I have mistaken the correct place to go, which does not surprise me. I am, after all, me. Let's go back to her. It's a weird mechanic. Obviously, I'm not happy with it from
So that's my idea.
the bugged
I'll
one I
round
had
the
on
priory
day
and head
1.
due west through the
So
forest.
my opinion is it might be tainted by the fact I hate it. Okay, it was there. I just flew by there and I didn't see anything. Heart of Thorns maps are your favorites. I can't argue with that. I will make one point, and I think it's an important point, which is I consider Tangled Depths to be an absolute masterpiece of game design. And I admire it and detest it in exactly the same amount. It's a great piece of work. It's designed to be exactly what it perfectly is. And sometimes good game design is going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, I flew by here a minute ago. I'm pointing that out. Well, there's one, but I don't think that's the one I was looking for. But maybe it is. And yes, I mounted up just to get immediately dismounted again. But hey, it's all for science. I can't rescue additional creatures. Okay. The time gating on some of these activities is not welcome at all. No, I didn't. I'm still headed in that direction. So I happened to stumble over one while going to the other one. No, it's designed to be difficult and problematic. And it's done in a manageable, but sometimes frustrating way. It's a great piece of game design. But people who say they hate it, I understand that. People who say they love it, I get that too. Stop shooting things at me. Huh. You love to hate it? I'll buy that. The Heart of Thorns maps are quite astonishing in how much they changed the game and sort of the vision of MMOs that most people have. I've watched a number of, primary WoW streamers, or at least in the past, primary WoW streamers, and their reactions to playing Guild Wars 2 through the first time. Lately, I've been watching Zepla. She's in Path of Fire, and if anything, she's loving them even more. But she said she didn't think she could ever enjoy an open world quite as much as she enjoyed the way Heart of Thorns changed her mind about how the games can work. It was here. I went around in that area. It's not showing up. I remember Preach, if you're familiar with Preach. He was originally a WoW streamer. He's moved on to other games since. And in his playthrough, I actually just saw the other day another streamer was watching his sort of reaction to Path of Fire. Yeah, Path of Fire. And where he said, and I've been quoting him on this for quite a while, you know, if you're a fan of MMOs, if you enjoy the genre, and you're not playing Guild Wars 2, these are his exact words, you're fucking yourself. So, you know, as a longtime Guild Wars 2 fanboy, you know, seeing these former, you know, WoW hardcore streamers playing Guild Wars 2 and, you know, having their eyes open to the good things in the game is a delight to me. For so many years, you know, if you told people you'd play Guild Wars 2, they'd say, well, you know, game people.
Yes.
They'd say,
are you here for
isn't that game
excavation,
dead?
research, or defense?
And so the fact that, in fact, it's very,
Commander,
very
I'm a
alive
bit
now and people are
overwhelmed
discovering it,
We need to
even
collect
though it's
and
been around for
decontaminate
13 years,
artifacts,
is
deal with the
very
inquest in our camp, and
redeeming,
skimmers too.
very validated.
Any of those you can help with would be
And I've also
greatly
commented that
appreciated.
because of this, because for so long Guild Wars 2 players felt, our game is really good, why isn't it more popular? Is we're very welcoming. Sometimes aggressively welcoming to new players. No surprise that WoW adapted the Guild Wars 2 mounts. I loved day one when they announced that. People on the WoW website saying, whoever the developers are of this flying system, they deserve a raise. And people are responding, yeah, that was the Guild Wars 2 developers. Like line after line after line of people telling them. Because there are enough, you know, WoW players who play it as well to be able to say, we all know. Okay, look, it's supposed to be there. It's supposed to be in Secret Spring, all right? I'm going back there again. It's supposed to have a special little icon around it. I'm not seeing it. You know, I still play WoW. I have an active subscription right now because I've been enjoying the Legion remix. You know, I understand the entertainment value of, you know, the little scratching the itch in your brain when you get a gear upgrade. I understand completely the attraction. So, you know, I'm never going to be one to crap on WoW players the way some other MMO players do. It's still a terrific game. But, you know, Guild Wars 2 just has a very different experience than WoW. And one that I think a lot of WoW players tend to just close their eyes to any other game. And I'm sure that happens with WoW play, or with Guild Wars 2 players as well. But there are those of them that shut their eyes to anything. Anything different. Alright, look, you little bastards are pissing me off now, alright? So... there... Would you get over here? Okay, that's not going quite as well as I'd hoped.
Infuriating.
The fact that they were distant from each other and firing off missiles. So if I'm killing one, the other one's shooting me from range. That's just... I'm totally not complaining and whining, though. I promise? Okay, maybe a little. Newly created... Oh, yes, this one's another veteran. It's supposed to be here. I'm not finding it. I blame Jukebox. I mean, it's not his fault, but I blame him anyway.
Now this is a find.
It's supposed to be here somewhere, nearby. Supposed to appear on the mini-map with a little icon, but I'm not seeing it. Why? I don't know. Maybe Maybe the boingy mushroom will take me to it. That is not going to take me anywhere. There is, I guess, something over. I didn't realize there was over. Maybe it's up here? Didn't realize there was over because that's like the map border. Well, that's the Mithril vein that is over. Yeah, that's an invisible wall, we call it. My money is on me not being able to get to that area, but we'll see. I can get to here. No, not really. There's the invisible wall. How do I feel about Guild Wars 2? Only recently quit WoW. Sick of gaming. Sick of that gaming. Started New World. And it decided to die. Well, let's be honest. It didn't decide to die. Amazon decided to put a bullet in its skull. I think that I've just spent about like the last 5 minutes talking about Preach and Zepla, who, if you're not familiar with them, are or were primary WoW streamers, and their reactions to the game. Because I've been watching Zepla recently, and when Preach was playing through Guild Wars 2, I watched Preach. Right. Zepla's playing through Guild Wars 2. She's in the middle of the second expansion right now. And to say she's loving it is an understatement. And I also just quoted Preach, who at the end of that second expansion said that if you're a fan of MMORPGs and you're not playing Guild Wars 2, I'm quoting him again directly here, you're fucking yourself. So I think even as a WoW player who's not familiar with the game, the base game as it came out 13 years ago is free. Try it. Preach sort of hops around lately though. Is that what means to be in love with Guild Wars 2? Yeah. I mean, being in love with multiple games is certainly possible because, you know, I still enjoy my WoW. I'm currently subscribed to WoW for the Legion remix, which is a blast. I have 2 characters at the cap already for the Legion remix, so I really still enjoy WoW after all these years. But like I said, the price of nothing to try the base game as it released, there's some slight limitations. You're limited to 2 character slots instead of 5. The number of bags you can carry is a smaller number than you could in the base game. But essentially, it's the same game that they launched with 13 years ago. And you can play that for free and decide if you like it. My suggestion, though, would not be to quit on it too fast if it seems strange. Good evening, your dudeness. If the game seems strange in terms of game systems, and it probably will, give it some time. When I bought into the first beta that you could buy into for Guild Wars 2 13 years ago, that's when your issue, you've tried several times, and always quit at level 30 because you feel a bit lost. Understandable. They have added something that should help with that. I'll show you that. That was a pretty common experience. So, a couple of years ago, when they rolled it out for Steam, they added the Character Adventure Guide. And this is a series of achievements that reward you with experience points. But they don't just provide reward experience points, they also act as sort of a guide to some of the game systems. In other words, things like dodging and break bars and combos. Some of the more esoteric game systems which aren't obvious when you start. Also, the leveling process is very unguided. As a WoW player, you're used to, quest hub to quest hub to quest hub. Makes it very straightforward as to what you're supposed to be doing. Guild Wars 2, you're supposed to be doing, as long as you're in a map that you're in the right level range, you're supposed to do whatever you're finding fun. Going around the map, completing the hearts, which are basically sort of mini quests. Doing map completion, which is finding every single point of interest Waypoint, Hero Point, Vista, and I'm missing one on the map. To finish that out, that gives an XP bonus too. Every 10 levels, you get a new chapter to the personal story. So my suggestion, if you want to give it another try, is pick a new character and come at it with fresh eyes. Any race, doesn't matter. Whichever class you're interested in, they're all perfectly viable. I would say I might lean away from, say, Elementalist, because they tend to be a bit fragile at low levels. Maybe the same might be true for Mesmer. Obvious choices would be, if you want to be a little tankier, so you don't get downed and die as often, Guardian, Warrior, and Necromancer would be good choices. And run around in that first map until you get to level 10. You'll get the first chapter of the story will open up. Pay attention to the adventure guide, as that will give you big boosts in XP for the individual achievements, and then achieving like 12 out of the first 14 will open up the second volume, and so on. Those are good guidelines. The info and tooltip tips they give on actual level up pop-up has a ton of mechanic explanations as well. You missed that your first time playing. Helpful advice as someone who's come with new eyes to the game more recently, Manted. Thank you. And once you finish out the first chapter of the storyline, probably then you'll be level 13 to 15, somewhere in there, and move on to the second zone, or finish that first map if you want to. While I'm leveling the way I choose to level, for me, and I have 45 characters, 40 of them are at the level cap. It's possible I have a psychological issue. Way I do it is I do it via map completion. So I'll do my first map. I'll go to one of the other starting areas. So if I'm playing a human, I'll go to the Norn starting area and I'll finish their map too. And then I'll move on to like one of the 15 to 25 level maps and do that map. I like to do it as by map completion. I'm a bit anal, a bit obsessive compulsive about finishing out maps. So for me, that is a good way of focusing. I'm just going to finish this map, and I'll move on to this map. And so that's how I tend to level. That may not be the way you want to. You may find that you enjoy doing the hearts, doing every heart in the map and getting all the XP out of those. You may enjoy trying to track down the jumping puzzles. A lot of the maps have jumping puzzles, and they can be fun. The game has a very large component of it that is kind of make your own fun. You have to choose things you want to do that you find fun. But almost everything gives XP. Harvesting, minerals and plants and lumber out in the world gives you XP. Using those to do crafting gives you XP. If you have questions about things, there's a wiki. The wiki is great. There are a few practical things. This button here in your inventory, deposit all materials. And you know what that'll do? Let me show you. I'll salvage these.
Begin destruction protocol.
These are all crafting materials. If you click here, it deposits all the crafting materials into your crafting bank. You don't have to worry about it anymore. That's the kind of little detail that might not get explained to you in-game. Also, generally speaking, asking in map chat can get people to provide you with useful information. Like any other MMO, you're going to run into assholes. Actually, you're listening to one right now. Just don't tell anyone. But most of the people in the game want to be helpful, because for so long, Guild Wars 2 was the redheaded stepchild in the MMO genre. And so people aggressively like to help. But feeling lost is, to me, completely understandable. Coming from WoW to Guild Wars 2, the game systems look similar, but there's an enormous amount of difference. And so I can completely understand and sympathize. have no idea if it's going over there. Is it up? Nope, it is going over there where there's a mirror. I don't know what the mirrors do here. I've tried messing with one. It can wait. You see, theoretically, theory is wonderful. There's supposed to be something over here, but I ain't finding it, despite my bestest efforts. I don't know, maybe it's up here? How high can I go? Event timer in the wiki is always also useful. That is true. Also, the wiki is directly addressable from within game. If you type /wiki and then something in the name, it'll open in a browser that you have open elsewhere. It'll open the web page for you. So if I were to type, the classic example is /wiki space ET, that'll open a web page on your browser to the event timer, which shows what events are happening in which maps in the game. So if you've got nothing else to do, depending on your level, you may be able to find something that's going on there, like a world boss or a meta event or something similar to that. I cannot find the thing I'm supposed to be finding. As an achievement hunter, I actually enjoy this game. As it's best in the business. I think it has great achievements. The tracking mechanics and sort of the finding ones you want to do mechanics are not great. The tracking mechanics can be functional, but the finding stuff you want to do is, again, you kind of have to make your own fun. And I can't find the thing I'm looking for. Honest to God, cannot find the thing I'm looking for. It's supposed to be here. Try again. Because there are so many achievements. The menus within menus can definitely take some getting used to. Yeah, the tools for navigating aren't great. But as an example, yesterday I hit 22,500 achievement points. I got a chest full of special goodies for that. But there are over 50,000 achievement points available. I've been playing, I have 5,000 plus hours in the game. Been playing since launch. Actually, I've been playing since 3 days before the launch because I was in the head start. Yes. I was in the head start, so I played before all the peasants. And I have 22,519 and almost 10,000 of those. 9,000 of those are daily rewards.
I tell you, I may not go back at all. There's something to be said.
What do we have here? Enemy morale. Oh, okay.
Have you acquired a brain parasite or something?
I need to kill something so I can get some XP for this event. I will have at least killed one. The enemy morale is low. What am I killing anyway? A detonation cube. That doesn't sound great.
Infuriating.
Oh, champ? A champ. That's unexpected. Okay. Those of you who may not be aware, champion level mobs are very difficult. Generally intended to be a group of people content, and it looks like there's 4 or 5 of us here. Very good players can solo them with the right builds. I'm not a very good player. There are very, very few champions I would attempt to take on by myself. But there's, yeah, at least 5 of us here. Yeah, hard to tell how many because people have pets, and the pets show up too. There, I'll give everyone stability. So we can't get knocked back, knocked down, any of those good things. And we'll finish them off with successful plays. Victory is ours.
At least.
I mean, they helped, but
One
it was
must
mostly...
take the victories afforded to them, however small.
When someone explained the achievement tab, essentially your quest log, it really helps process it. Yeah, that makes sense. There is no standard quest thing, but the achievement panel can provide most of those functions. What is Adan's mask currently selling for? 40 silver. No, that means it's a victim of a Black Lion salvage kit. Oh, no.
Quite a reward.
Rune of the Pack. Oh, I bet those are probably selling pretty decently. Fine, we'll sell it for 1 copper less than the last guy, because that's the way it works. A gravitic repulsion unit. Okay. Where is IT, whatever his name is?
Are you here for excavation, research, or defense?
Yes,
Oh,
I am here
sorry,
for
Commander,
excavation,
I'm a bit
research, or
overwhelmed
defense.
here. We need to collect and decontaminate artifacts, deal with the inquest in our camp, and, skimmers too. Any of those you can help with would be...
Right, this is the one who's supposed to be giving me useful information. How am I progressing? The ritual bowl, the worn seer... Made into a shape to unit. An ancient ritual bowl near the water at the edge of a clearing the inquest had made. I'm not sure which one. I think they go left to right when you ask for a hint, which means me not finding this one where they're hinting at me. Ancient ritual bowl was near the water at the edge of a clearing. Can you give me some directions I could look at? And it's going to send me back up here to the same place. I have been there. I'm looking for a ritual tool. Look more. I will look for a clearing that has been made by the inquest. Perhaps a little bit more clarity. See, it's in a clearing. Made by the inquest. Alright, where's there a clearing made by the inquest? Well, this might be a clearing, but it's made by us. Hi there, we're the good guys. We hope. Mind you, given what we heard from the putative bad guy, that's not necessarily the case, but we'll see. Alright, we're looking for a clearing made... by the inquest. I mean, well, we've got inquest augmented critters here, but that's not a clearing. That doesn't feel like a clearing, but it's by the water, so it's got to be around here somewhere. Hints are very general, can be pretty... Well, at this point, they're not supposed to be general. When you talk to them like that, they're supposed to basically point you at it, and it should show up on the mini-map. The first one I did, it worked correctly. Actually, no, it didn't. It pointed me to this. I was coming to this one, and I found another one, because that one showed up on the mini. By the way, if you're wondering why we're sort of questioning what's going on, it is a new expansion. It's day 3. Bugs and weirdnesses are inescapable. I'm a crabby old man who complains about everything. Obviously, I'm going to complain about those, because... I'm a crabby old man who complains about everything. I'm basically right now just following the water. Looking for what is obviously a clearing. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Oh, I guessed no mounts. Given the fact that I was forcibly dismounted, I did not request that. Well, that's the command complex. I have been in here before. My day is okay so far. I have to say so far, because I have a somewhat jaundiced view of life. Well, there's another one. A somewhat jaundiced view of life, and always expect things can go wrong. All right, see, that wasn't the one we're looking for, but you'll notice that was on the mini-map. I heard something about the, we're in the belly of the beast here. I wouldn't mind some extra hands if you've got the time. I heard something about the inquest in Achoya. Project Fruity Punch. I'm almost afraid to ask, but there's another one of the loose dirt things. That's the one we were looking for. We're here. They sent us here. 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 That was not what you might call a helpful hint. See, I am a crabby old man, but sometimes I have reasons.
That's the last of them for now.
No, even a jerk like me, sometimes
Skimmer can heal the wounded
I've
animals.
earned the
We also need
jerkness.
to make sure there's no scanners left around.
Oh, that's Fruity Punch. The giant, terrifying pineapple Choya. Oh, there's a lot of people who don't want us helping out the enormous giant, perhaps robotic Choya. I'm not sure what Fruity Punch actually is, but we're protecting Fruity Punch. Those are words I never thought I'd say, in a sentence together. Project Fruity Punch. You can get up now. I guess you can't. Sorry, never mind. Stay down.
Compounding our powers.
And compounding our powers. Get away from my Fruity Punch.
Accelerate.
They just keep coming. Well, there's half a dozen of us here. See, this is what I like best about Guild Wars 2, is the open world. And the fact that, a half a dozen people are playing together separately. We're all playing the same game. We're all doing the same thing. But we don't have to be in a group. The teamwork is essentially entirely organic. Okay, Fruity Punch is moving. Fruity Punch. F1 is moving, everyone. F1 is moving. Come on, Fruity Punch.
Such synergy.
An enormous pineapple Choya. And 5 of us, I think, against the Inquest. We have succeeded. Nope. Whoops. Another champion. It's Hammer. Hammer apparently drops an enormous and inordinate number of explosive devices.
Stand your ground. Such synergy.
Such synergy.
Vital systems damaged. Please stop doing that.
I'm sorry that your vital systems are damaged, but I don't think we're going to stop doing that.
Accelerating.
East Bay boy like me, Hammer, MC Hammer.
Detected. charging power.
I jumped right into his attack. That was unwise.
Ooh, that's hot.
And down goes the hammer. Mostly enjoying it, but I will be honest. My opinion is a bit biased because I got bit by a significant bug on day one. And so, I have turned myself into a chest. I'm escorting Project Fruity Punch. He needs my help. So I'm a little, still a little iffy on the expansion because I basically wasted 5 hours on day one on a bug. Now, on the positive side, I want to call out in a positive way the ArenaNet dev who came onto, there goes Fruity Punch, who came onto Reddit and in essence said, yeah, my bad. It's a bug, we're working on it. Sorry, my bad. I know how mortified I am when I make a typo on the internet. I can't imagine how that felt like, so that is vastly appreciated. That has removed the sting I might feel towards the developer, that they're willing to step forward and, admit. 2 a.m. in Hamburg. Go to sleep now. Ah, Hamburg. Very nice. Have a nice evening. See you soon. Good luck. Protecting fruit. I rescued Fruity Punch without me, man. Still stuck in the inquest. Have a guten Abend. And, wow. And a guten Morgen tomorrow? That's about all the German I've got remaining, except, unless you want me to count. 3 years of German. I've got guten Abend, guten Morgen, and counting.
This is most remarkable.
Herr Weil and Herr Joss, my instructors, would be appalled. Oh, Master, ready. Thank you. Probably been ready for a while, too. It's about like half an hour ago. Oh, it wasn't quite ready. All right, efficient magic. Optimize round. I think probably the next skimmer one is the one to go for. Oh, ooh. Loot drop. Nice. I'm Lens. I am magnifying Lens, and I approve that message. I got a looty drop.
Hard to see from here.
I'm not sure which specs use those stats, but regardless, at the very least, it's a nifty skin. Why am I flying when I could just, I don't know. Double click to go back there? It seems faster.
Yes, are you here for excavation, research, or defense?
No.
Oh, sorry, Commander, I'm a bit overwhelmed here. We need to collect and decontaminate artifacts, deal with the inquest in our camp, and,
That's funny, I just need to sell some junk.
any of those you can help with would be...
Oh, by the way, I mentioned this last night that I'd read. I can't do it here. That the heart vendors sold, you could get a Writ of Renown in Janthier Wilds for one of these hearts here. And they'd changed it so it was a heart and some of the map currency. They said it's a mistake. A mistake they did it, or a mistake they got caught. Regardless, they'll be fixing it. Give me some directions. Don't send me to the same place. Oh my God. That's not a helpful hint. And we crashed out again. That's our second crash tonight. Both times leaving that map. The first time was from the letter, and then I've talked to her like 4 or 5 times since, and it didn't crash. This time it crashed again, which basically means I cannot use that game function. It's crashing my game. My biggest complaint with the expansion so far is that it feels rushed. A blocker bug on day 1 is bad. A repeatable bug that crashes your client when using a simple in-game function like the map, that ain't great. So I guess we don't talk to her again. Not for the map. We should still be able to talk to her. No, we've got it here. There we are. Let's see. Cloth fragments haven't fared well against the passage of time. They have to be held. There were some cloth scraps near the geysers where that researcher's been hanging out and asking for drawings. That is just the least useful imaginable guide. Where are there? Looks like there are geysers over there. Can't quite make it out. That's a bayou. Bayou doesn't sound like geysers, especially. Geysers. I'm a geezer. Not the same thing. Grottos. Those aren't geysers. Shimmering basin. Do we have... that's falls. Do we have, like, geysers anywhere? Geysers? No geysers. Okay, I'm going to head in this direction. We've got some POIs and stuff, so I'll head for those, because I have literally no idea of where I'm supposed to be going, and I can't check the function that crashes my machine, but it doesn't matter that I can't crash the machine. I can't use the machine... God, my English am bad. I can't use the machine crashing system. Not because it crashes my machine, but because it gives me the same wrong answer every time. Geysers. Geysers. Do we have geysers anywhere? We have a big mobby over here. Anyone fighting the big mobby? Champion CL34R. No, I know myself. Know thyself. Good advice. I know I'm not a good enough gamer to take on a champion by myself. I think it's because it slowly cycles through all the collection items on the map, regardless of whether you collect them or not. That's a good theory, except it has only given me that exact same location. And I have looked 8 or 10 times. And there's nothing there. So the hint is useless. If I go to the place that it's showing, there's nothing there. It always gives me the same place, and there's nothing there. And it doesn't matter if it's showing me to a place where there is something that isn't showing up, or it's pointing me to a place I've already got it. It doesn't matter. Well, it starts with that one. Then it is completely useless, because either I already have that one or that one's not showing up. So we're looking for geysers, because this is storyline. So this is as bad as a
There's
blocker.
so much wild magic here, and it's so closely entwined
essence.
with the wildlife as well.
I need to get samples for closer study.
Before they're diluted by our presence here.
No, that's not geysers in
Any
drawings. So.
amount you can gather. Your skimmer should be outfitted for it now.
Am I supposed to bring these to her? Yes, I think I am. Something's attacking her, which is obviously not
This
cool.
will need extensive study. For the record,
You've been struck.
I have given her some ley energy. I will resist the sexual innuendo about me giving her ley energy with difficulty. Oh, wait. I just did refer to it. Oops. We've got a mastery point. We do not skip mastery points around here. Oh, it's below. Oh, is it below? No, it's not below. It's just below. That's fine. I think. It's not fine after all. Presumably we need that door to be open. Can I knock? Ring a bell? Oh, we have another POI. I am continuing to look for geysers. The geezer's looking for geysers. Ooh, pretty. Shiny. We've got another... That's two very close POIs. I will take a free boing. It's below. Of course it is. I took a free boing, but there was no need, or, in fact, boinging was contraindicated. I do have to say, I find, the verticality here is, of course, reminiscent of the most verticality of verticality content the game's ever had, with Tangled Depths. But in its way, Tangled Depths actually felt better than this, because most of this time it's stuff that's below you, and it's not obvious how you're going to get below in a mostly open map. So it feels a little odd. I don't suppose you can let me in. Door's closed, friend. Come back later. Thanks, Cade. What do you have on your face? Has he got a napkin on his head? I have been in here before. I see a huge door before me. Oh, I can enter it. Unexpected. Not unwelcome. Is he going through that one? There's a critter in there. There's a big critter in there. It probably wants to eat you, sir. Can we go in? Can we? No, we cannot. Cool place. I do like this. Can we go in here? Or is that where we came in? Don't remember. Old man's brain is made out of, well, kind of dry, crusty, crumbly cheese. Might be Roquefort. Well, something's shooting bombs or something at us. Okay, I'm following everyone else because there's a gold star mob. We've got preserved eggs.
This chamber has been disturbed.
Large seer storage chest. Wow, that had a boatload of stuff. A sewer door. I don't think I want to go in that. It's Isgaran.
I fear they must have found what they were after. I will have the ward collect the rest.
That person's dead. I will attempt to res them. Got a lot of seer storage chests. Is there goodies in all of them? Did I just happen to stumble over the end of like a mini meta or something? Treasures of the Lost Vault. Pardon me for not reading this stuff. In my experience, I'm cursed. I'm no longer cursed. Although many people who know me would disagree. Okay. Ingredients for preparation. Alright, that's 3. Hey, 3 more! Chivos! The sewer door, I suppose, is where we go next. Upstairs? No, I need the POI over here, so yeah. Something's shooting at me. Why is it so angy? I think I stumbled over the sort of the end of a mini meta there. I'm going to assume the sewer door will get us out. Dubious exit. Ah, but a mastery point. That's funny. I like that. Mastery point. An achievement point. Only like 480 more to go for my next boss. Whoop. I must examine. Does this lead up into this little body of water here? It sure does look like it. So, can I get back in then? I can. Interesting. Nifty. Me likey. I do like exploratory gameplay. Alright, we grabbed that, so there was a way we didn't go over here. We took the left turn when it popped up. We didn't go straight. We took the left, now we're going straight. We have a ley line. That was nifty. We're still looking for geysers. Waterfalls are not geysers. They're kind of the reverse of geysers. Anti-geysers. Another new event. Well, I'm getting frustrated with this new mechanic that they've added. Given that I'm not getting anywhere and it keeps crashing my machine when I try, I will help out here. I think I missed. We're back at the camp. I'm going to try it again, and do I just let it then move on to the next one? Is that what you were saying that it does? No, it just goes to that one and then back. No, it eventually does go on to the next. Oh my God. Muddy plate. Offering bowl. Ancient coin. Please don't crash. It goes through them in turn. Lovely. Which means I have to go through, how far do we get? We need the decayed cloth remnants. This is dreadful design.
Infuriating.
Yes, it is infuriating. My character is exactly correct. Ruined baggage, I think that's the one. So it is west, scrap of ancient cloth, yeah, west of the Glen. Just due east of here, then. Tranquil Glen, so it should be up there. So a little further north. And continuing east.
All these damn researchers around and nobody wants to work. You're better than them, aren't you?
No. Like around there? Lost cartographer?
Did I already go this way?
Lost cartographer, I do appreciate the irony. Earn the hero point. The strips of cloth are supposed to be here. That was what it said. Strips of cloth. Decayed cloth remnants. Oh, no, that was the ruined baggage. I didn't wait long enough. It's the next one. And that's why this is a dreadful mechanic. I now get to sit through it again. Somebody was on Reddit was ecstatic about this game system. I would like, personally,
yes,
to
are you
punch
here for
them so
excavation,
fucking
research,
hard.
or defense? Oh, sorry, Commander.
The hints is a good idea. This mechanic for the hints? Terrible. Ancient coin. Ruined baggage.
Invigorating.
Scrap of ancient cloth. It's in the same place. Corroded weapon. In the same place. Faded tome directly to the east. Mysterious stone. Sure looks like there were 3 in that one location that I was just at, where there were none. The next one was due east. To have this be a quest storyline requirement is fucking terrible design. Ignoring the crashes, this is just awful. Pointless. We have a hero point over here. I'm going to grab it while I'm in the general vicinity. It's below. But it appears to be below. No, now it's above. There it is. I didn't get this one before? I would be swearing incorrectly. POI. There. Was it closer to there? That's another one. Hero point, that is. Commune with this place of power. This is the Pineapple Plant Hero Challenge. Hey, spotted one of them. Two to go. I believe it was to the southwest from here. The last one. And then we have to try again to find the one that's due east of the NPC. A lot of people were complaining or saying that they prefer this to the filling in the blue bar. At least the filling in the blue bar, you just have to do quests and stuff. You're not on a fucking scavenger hunt until they finally deign to give you the directions to the thing you need, even if the thing you need isn't there. I find this intolerable. I mean, I've been on for what, an hour plus? How long do you think it would have taken me to grind through a heart? Answer? Less. Not in the right place. So this,
So that's my
if I had to
idea.
pick one
I'll
thing that's
gather up the Priory and
actually
head due west through the forest.
making me waste literal hours of time, it's this game system, most especially the bug with it yesterday. How am I progressing? I need the faintly glowing stone. I thought that was the one we just got. Okay, that's the ritual tool. That's not a faintly glowing stone. Broken totem? Nope. Muddy plate? Mm-mm-mm. Offering bowl? Nope. Ancient coin? Nah. Ruined baggage? Not what we need. Scrap of ancient cloth. Corroded weapon? Nuh-uh. Faded tome. Interesting. Mysterious stone. Faintly glowing stone. That's not the mysterious stone. Was a glowing stone near Prismatic Falls.
Exhilarating!
It's not exhilarating, it's incredibly annoying. I have to do it again. We're looking for the faintly glowing stone near Prismatic Falls. Faintly glowing stone. Are you kidding me? Faintly glowing stone. Please. Can we move on? Oh my God. Stop.
Stronger together.
Mysterious stone, Prismatic Falls. That's the one we just found. And we crashed out again. I'm going to give it one more try, and then I'm going to end the stream and play a game that isn't making me furiously angry at some of the implementations. I don't understand some of the implementations they've made in the game. This would be a good example. On day one, the inability to rescue Canuck's crewmen if you were in action mode. Action camera mode. A lot of people use it. I use it mostly in the open world. And if you didn't pause to think, if you're always in action cam mode, you couldn't get past that. It's a terrible implementation issue. And this is absolutely
Yes. Are you here for excavation, research, or
cancerous.
Oh,
the faintly glowing
sorry,
stone.
Commander,
I assume that's the mysterious stone, which was down
We
here
need to
at
collect and
the
decontaminate
Prismatic
artifacts,
Falls, which is
deal with the
where we
inquest
just
in our
got,
camp, and,
I thought, that one.
Skimmers too.
But evidently not.
Any of those you can help with would be...
Shut up. God, more and more do we need... What the hell? Do we need a skip conversation options in there? Holy shit, do we need that? Is this going to be it? It should be.
More accolades.
Mind you, we just picked something up here previously, but okay, evidently. I'm at a loss. Do not understand. But we do have another icon to the east. That was an hour of my life I feel I could have spent doing almost anything else. It would have been a better use of my time. And now it's vanished. Where did it go? The icon was on the mini-map. Wait. The game hasn't reloaded. What the shit? Come on! Oh my god, what the fuck? Streamlabs? For God's sake. Okay, this is a sign from the internet gods that they don't want me to play tonight. Anything. They just want me to suffer endlessly. So I'm going to call it here. Oh, there's the icon now suddenly reappears. Don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. No idea. Oh, we have video again. Okay. I've earned that hero point. I picked up a thing. There was an icon. I grabbed it, and it tells me I'm supposed to run somewhere with it, but I have no idea where. Doesn't want to tell me that. Can we get to the... POI? This is what I was looking for. Here. Okay. Ask Historian Melissa. All right, we can finally continue with... there it is. That's the icon. I picked it up there. No idea what it's for. They don't tell me anything. That's one of my issues with, sadly, the way the entire game tends to run, is they don't tell you stuff. They don't give you useful information. I don't need to be coddled, but I would kind of like to know what that was about. No clue. I'm still carrying it around, though. I'm sorry. I don't have more to tell you. Unfortunately, archaeology takes time. Would you like me to run down what I've learned at least? Sure, I've wasted enough of my time. While the Seers were a magically aligned culture, and there's evidence that their creation surpassed anything we've seen since, prior to Castora, we assumed none of it had survived. But here, evidence of it abounds. And what we found suggests the culture focused on ascending higher and higher. They seem to have elevated their culture to a religious level of reverence, even. Pardon my yawn. Interesting. And here on Castora, we're seeing signs that there was a hierarchy of ascension within the culture as well. They allude to a path of the highest level walked only by the most deserving. At the end of it. Well, that's a big question, isn't it? Whatever it is, Castora was the center of it, and they abandoned this place entirely rather than let anyone else have it. What makes you think?
This is incredible, Commander.
Show her the artifacts I found.
I could spend the rest of my life studying just what you've brought me. But as a quick assessment, a lot of these seem to be ritual objects, totems and the like, suffused with magic. Castora must have had a deep religious significance to them. But the specifics will take time to tease out.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like an answer isn't going to be that easy then.
It seems unlikely, but I promise to report anything I can uncover quickly. Oh, one more thing, Commander. If you wouldn't mind asking Iskarin if he could talk with me for a bit. I'd love to pick the brain of an actual seer to help me put this all together.
So would I.
Speak with Saida. Okay, they happen to be convenient. Conveniently located for my convenience.
Learned anything useful?
More confirmation that the Seers were doing something significant here, but not much about what it was.
We've beaten around it for long enough, Commander. It's time to find Isgarin and make him give us some answers.
Isgarin, are you there? It's urgent. Well, now what?
Didn't mean to eavesdrop, Commander, but it sounds like you're looking for Isgarin.
Quite a reward.
What was your first clue? The fact that I was shouting Isgarin?
I caught a glimpse of him heading off to the west a few hours ago. Didn't stop by camp first or anything.
Well, that's the best lead I've had in a while. Thank you.
Well, it's a good thing that, like, west is only a quarter of the map. Consecrated Piazza explored. I'm sorry, there was nothing consecrated about Mike Piazza. Statue labeled the Balance of Souls, and each of the four hands holds an object of symbolic significance. Unfortunately, the pattern isn't immediately clear. Maybe the orb on the left represents a soul weighed down by the dagger. Statue is unmoved by your speculation. Whatever mysteries it holds, it's not giving. Yeah, I like being attacked when I'm doing story stuff by mobs that have nothing to do with what I'm actually doing. Piece of inert shadow stone is chipped. Its edge is sharp and jagged like glass. In Quest audio logbook.
Destroy this message immediately when you read it. I can't stress that enough. You could get us both killed, or worse. You need to try to get reassigned. Use whatever excuse you need to, but do it quickly. I overheard Seb talking. He's going to try to control the Seneschal, like one of his pets. Whether he succeeds or fails, it's bad news for anyone around there at the time. Get away while you still can.
Castora really is an awe-inspiring place. I wish I were here under better circumstances.
I get this hero point already? Yes. There's the next one. Oh, short people. Small, a certain instrument pulses and flickers in time with the movements of nearby
For the record,
pools of seer.
you've been struck.
I guess that's seer magic then. I don't think we had that established previously. Weathered tome. I would like to read these, but with mobs around attacking and stuff, you can't actually take the time to read the lore. I don't remember having this specific problem in Janthir Century, where there was a lot of really good lore. In fact, that was the only good thing about Janthir Century was the lore. Battered remains of an Inquest golem line a pile on the test floor. Something here did not take kindly to its presence. Magic hums across the surface of this door.
Still not what I need.
Sealing it tightly, it's unclear if it's meant to keep intruders from entering or keep something within from escaping. I can't get in, but there is a... presumably, maybe the story will let me in. There is a mastery point inside.
There's so much wild magic here, and it's so closely entwined with the wildlife as well.
I need to get samples for closer study before they're diluted
by our presence here. I'd appreciate any amount you could gather. Your skimmer should be up
statue.
for it now.
Dig around. Oh. And now I don't even have the option to dig around. I guess I am considered to have dug around. Don't know. Booted me away instantly again.
The Inquest have focused their digging around here. Any idea why?
Initial surveys mark this as a high-priority dig site due to the presence of anomalous signals.
Must be a meta. Meta must happen here.
That's all the data available, however.
Anomalous signals should really serve as a warning, not an invitation.
Gotta say, I'm sure Matt Mercer's doing the best he can, but he is not Canuck. I know Canuck. Canuck is a friend of mine. Matt Mercer is no Canuck. Oh, tablet. No, we already looked at that one.
Extra damage.
I am at a loss to understand as to why they think wandering around randomly in an area filled with mobs is fun. Trying to find the one missing thing. Well, so far, chapter 6 and 7 has just been an absolute misery. Maybe up above? Who knows? Gets us on top of here, but does not get us any closer to whatever it is we're supposed to be finding. Could be on top of this or that, but I doubt it. And this is an especially large area, but I can't find whatever it is I'm supposed to be finding. We'll try going in the opposite direction. Just change up the perspective and angles as I attempt to blindly stumble over the one thing I'm missing. I assume everyone's standing around for artifact crate. That's it.
Something has really stirred up the magic over
Judging
there.
by the nearby corpses, it
Seems
appears
like
the
it's
Inquest
good of
stole
a
this
lead
crate
as I'm going to get.
from the Priory, then met with their end when they tried to touch the object. My allies are preparing to confront the Inquest forces. You know, right now, I magical agitation examine. Right now, I don't think I could give a flying fuck.
What could have done this? I haven't seen it this agitated anywhere else on Castora.
Can't get map completion on the first map because of the buggered hero point. I know which one you mean. The magical staff or something, I believe is the one you're referring to.
The magic here is
Same thing here.
definitely
Yep.
reacting to something.
It's
Or to someone.
I hate to say it, the expansion feels sloppy. It just feels like it's not polished enough, and I have no reason why that would be. After all, they had extra time for this.
Infuriating!
I triggered a disabled defense system. Good for me. That's good for me. That's a plus. Enter the ruined nave of the Basilica. Talk to Isgaren. We get to finally find out what he's been up to. Let us check the Warren Seer tab. Oh, no, we have been in here before. Where the hell is Mr. Happy Pants himself? Isgaren, finally.
Isgaren, I've been looking for you.
QA was off that year.
Wayfinder, good. I would welcome some assistance.
It's in the known issues, but apparently not in the
We're
fixed
at the
issues
entrance
yet.
to the temple.
The other two are off on some nonsense, but I'll be there soon.
You've been gone for a while. There's a lot we need to discuss.
There will be time for that. But I'm on the trail of something, so discussion will have to be tabled for now.
No. Izzy, I've been on your side forever. Into the transept of the Basilica. Okay. Fumbling in the dark. I can't argue with that. Is he? Is he or is he not?
This is it, huh?
Indeed. A sacred temple of my people built in better times. No outsider has ever set foot within before now.
Well, you never set foot within. You float,
Don't
you
think
stupid
that's
bastard.
true. We didn't get here first.
Then let's get inside and get some answers before it's too late.
Looks like they left some behind to guard the place.
Compounding our powers!
Infuriating!
Unlikely to be the last resistance
Well, those
we
two didn't
face.
do much of a
Let's
job.
get moving while we have a window.
Discouraging us. I like the visuals.
Ah, sort of appears the defenses are still active.
You think?
Not at full strength, clearly, or you would not have survived.
How lucky. Best we move carefully then.
Freebooter's journal. We'll grab that. And then get rolled over. got a chance to read it. I haven't been able to read large chunks of lore because there's always
More of them.
things happening.
They swarm like flies on a coal.
Like, not as bad as last night.
Infuriating.
When we got to our first encounter with, spoiler, Vlox, and he basically hands us a note of important information that's going to change the way we look at everything, and we immediately are attacked by literally unending infinite waves of bad guys, so we can't actually read it. So I still don't know what the hell it said. I have an idea of what it was about, but I don't know. Why? Because they had us be attacked immediately and continually. And we didn't have a chance to read it. What were they thinking? I have no idea.
Infuriating.
My guess thought was not involved.
6 feet tall.
But then the number of times I've said, what are they thinking in this expansion, has been very, very large.
Let's keep moving. Hopefully there will be answers further in.
Another daily. I've completed 10 enemies while under an enhancement effect. Hey, there's nothing shameful about male enhancement. Obviously not that kind. That kind, everything works just fine. Descend the staircase and avoid triggering the traps. Oh. There. We've got more traps.
This is more than a token force. Something of value must still be here.
I feel 6 feet tall.
I've got to say, the Inquest using Visions of Eternity Mastery, using Void type weaponry, I don't think we ever saw that in the past, and no one has commented on it in the game. It seems important to me.
Tombs. I didn't expect to find these inside a temple.
Some deaths have more spiritual significance
Did that
than
tomb
others.
move? No, visual artifact. Inquest journal. Oh, sure. I hate it here. I'm going back to Radasum at the first opportunity. Well, I understand. Reaction. I don't see any other doors or anything. That's it? I just go, okay. I do like the seer magic. It's very, very cool. Thumbs up to whoever the person implementing that. And the color choice. The color ultramarine is my favorite color.
The inscription is too worn to be legible.
That's the color ultramarine, not the militant order of the 40th century. Sorry, 400th century, the 40th millennium. 40K.
Lost in the rite of Divitium Nava. Fallen on the doorstep of divinity.
Trying to turn
More
themselves into
defenses?
gods.
How did the Inquest not set them off already?
Champion.
Because this one was intended for me.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for letting us know there might be problems. It's invulnerable. Oh, we have got to bust up the relic, I guess. 4, 2, 5, 2, and I'm dead.
You've been struck.
Wow. Okay. I guess I was standing in the negative magic. I didn't really notice. Okay, that time it only took 2. Was that because I had partially completed that, or I don't know. 1, 4, 5, 4. So this trap was for him. I can't remember the name. Sidoni, I think. The name Sidoni popped up a lot in the last expansion. It again? No, still taking damage. Oh, I try to ground effect. I'll wait for that. Thank you. And I'm back in. Here we go again.
Infuriating!
Hit it hard and heavy as it was stunned. How you can stun a sword, not entirely clear, but you know. I had questions. Stop shooting stuff. It's not polite.
I've beaten you, but you don't know it yet. Stand your ground!
Ow. A little more whacking of the sword, pardon the phrase. Alright, Isgarn, you're going to explain yourself? Maybe a little, you know, just a bit.
Getting pretty tired of the surprises.
Gotta agree with Ritlock.
This ritual. It's what you used for the wizard's court, isn't it?
The rite I performed on my fellow wizards is a more subdued, precise version. But they are similar, yes.
And this Ancora it mentions? You know what that is too, don't you? And where it is, I'm sure.
It is the staff that the rite requires, an object of immeasurable power. And no, I have not located it yet.
You knew this is what they were after this whole time. We've been fumbling in the dark while you kept this to yourself.
I did not know. I merely suspected.
Oh, well, you wouldn't want to tell us about that
If
either.
they are not seeking it, then better that no one else know of it either.
Have you forgotten Mabon's words already? From now on, if you want to be part of this, you give us the entire truth.
Surely we can at least save such ruminations for when we return to a safer location?
Fumbling in the dark. Oh. Never gonna say no to a mastery point. Just not gonna happen. We really need, you know, these 9 copper items in those bags of goodies that we're getting as rewards. I don't think so. Redlock? What do you think make of all this?
It seems like we found an answer, but bigger questions along with it. It appears that Vlox is seeking to ascend like the Seers did, but we still don't really know why. Power is a means to an end, not an end itself. All we really know about his actual goals is what he's told you. I think he's telling you the truth, but implementing a noble vision is always where it falls apart. Maybe we can steer him away from disaster still. Maybe even bring down the inquest in the process.
Okay, and the second one. And what's our next move?
Next, we get back to camp and ring Isgarin for every bit of info we can get. This Ancora is clearly essential to performing the rite, so we need to find it first. Once we have it, we'll have all the leverage.
He said the trap
and we
was
can make
designed
things
for
happen
him.
on
We don't
our
know
terms.
who left the trap or why they would want to.
We can decide on the
trap
specifics
him.
later, once we know more. No
Is it down
reason
me?
to rush those decisions.
Ah, recognition.
Gridlock knows a thing or two about a thing or two. Jan coming in.
Vox, if you can hear me, I know about Ancora.
Oh, Vox.
You're a quick study, Commander.
Great voice work on Vox.
Are you planning to empower yourself like the Seers did?
In the short term, but not forever. I've no desire for power or legacy. It's enough that I do good, even if I'm forgotten.
And what would you do with that power?
I can't know exactly what the optimal strategy will be yet. The rite will give me...
What exactly do you expect to
Insight,
find here?
and then it clips off himself. Insight beyond what I have now, and I will adjust my plans accordingly.
That's an unsatisfying answer. What do you know that I don't?
Evidently nothing. Well, I can't get in there, so there won't be any map completion right this instant. Oh, perfect. Oh, just murder some swords at the Foothold Bivouac. Where's the Foothold Bivouac? I'm in combat again. I just want to get out of here in this.
Infuriating.
Quest locations that when you exit them, drop you into combat is not something that should be in the game. Period. If I end an instance, I should be given a few minutes to figure out what my next step is, rather than immediately getting attacked by a shitload of mobs. And I am pleased that I'm seeing as many people in Reddit who are responding to "people need to stop complaining, it's great" kind of posts with no, complaining about problems means there's problems. As much as I love the game, and I love the game, despite the complaints, that wasn't new mail. As much as I love the game, I feel the players of the game are far too uncritical. All right, Isgarin.
You should have told us at the start. I need answers, Isgarin. Now.
I thought Castora to be impenetrable to the Inquest. Their goals futile. But this director is smarter than I anticipated. If he seeks Ancora, if he understands what it is and what it does...
He seems to.
I dampen the memories of my wizards to ensure that they are of unbiased mind when they obtain that power. Vlox.
That's why he blocks out their memory.
And this version of the rite is raw. It is how I ascended. It does not belong in the hands of a fanatic.
Then we need to find it before he does. You're a seer. Where's the staff kept?
I don't know. Entire eras have come and gone since I was last here.
Fine. If the Inquest pushed this far into the forest, we know it's somewhere here or deeper inside. I'll check with PTM too. He might know if they found anything.
And it's another to PTM to assess how much the Inquest might know about Ancora. I'm still here. As long as everything's just running around here in camp, I'll keep chatting. Hi, PTM. Party time machine.
PTM, have there been any updates
He
on
briefly
whether Phlox has
identified
found
himself
whatever it is he's looking for?
Most objectives are still listed as open, although a handful now say empty. We have not located the object. Perhaps the archaeological sites could provide more information for your search, Commander. Digging is a fun activity. Limitless potential for discovery.
Thanks, PTM. I'll do that.
Another achievement point. I'm only 467 away from the next box. Oh, good. Story collections. More story collections. Well, we know how much I enjoyed the first part of that this evening. So on that note, I'm going to call it, because I keep crashing when I try to do these, and they're incredibly frustrating to find, and a very, very badly designed implementation. I'm going to call it here. I will send you off to another Guild Wars 2 stream, so that you may continue, hopefully, to get your drops if you don't already have them. Let's see who's on. Yeah, that's a maybe. I think I'll send you over to Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden is awesome. She has made countless videos that have helped even more countless, like countless squared, people find things that they're looking for
Cortelia, Heart of
in the
Thorns,
game.
and
Get things accomplished in the game. She has a lot of guide videos, and they are as awesome as she is. So I'm going to throw you over to her. Oh, let me find. Again, this is only for the Twitch viewers. Sorry, YouTubers. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me, as always. I am deeply appreciative. Tomorrow, I should be back at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand with more of the same. I might have an early session. Keep an eye on the Discord if you're interested. But again, thanks. We'll start the raid up here, and the timer is running 9 seconds. Have a great rest of your Thursday evening, or perhaps Friday morning. Hopefully you can continue along a pace to get to your weekend soon. Take care, and ciao for now. Bye, guys.